Hey, by the way, I'm giving away some hero cosmetics, so stick around to the end of the video to see how you could win it. If all 6 of one role fought all 6 of every other role, who would win? I gathered my angsty and unbiased stream chat filled to the brim with players hungry to defend their pride and foisted them into a round-robin style competitive tournament where the rules were simple. 2 losses and your role is eliminated from the tournament. Once the teams were balanced and we were ready to go, we started with round 1, tanks versus DPS. Scarlet Witch, a great pick here. Also, of course, Wolverine. How could we forget Wolverine? The tanks don't have a lot of ways of dealing with flyers. Any sort of high range is going to be a real struggle for the tanks. Ooh, a lone Thor. That is not going to last very long. Oh, but the ult grabs no one. Soon to follow for a kill. That'll be it. Time at about 50% away from ult. Ooh, Hi Bagamoto. Big grab, able to stay alive. Looks like they are gonna get, yep, they got the objective. They've got 2.5 minutes to make this work. Benji rushing back. Team Tank constantly on low health here. Going in after the Iron Man. He's pulling out Greninja. Team DPS taking highly aggressive positions and just eats a mine. That's a lot of health bars. Does he let rip? There it comes. Grabs one. Grabs another. That's 3 targets down. Counter ult coming down. Magneto popping ult here. Does not matter. The tanks just simply could not hold ground. But let's see if the DPS just got the benefit from simply being on offense. This time, on the offense, the tanks. Lots and lots of flyers. The whole team of flyers here. Team DPS has clearly learned that they have an advantage in their range. Okay, tanks easily moving this point in. Interesting. On Team DPS, as they seem to be struggling a little bit here, much to our surprise. Ultra, being forced to retreat, is finding himself trapped up against an invisible wall. As Mr. Throttle in the Redditor version of Hulk is ripping him a new one, he yet again forgets that there's an invisible wall behind him. Swap over to Existence, who's taking his sweet time grabbing shots in the back, putting damage where he can. Getting dove here by the Hulk, not good. Trying to go for the stun, but that's not going to be enough. An excellent headshot, but still, the Hulk will live. Ultra in position here to potentially get a big wipe. Pops maximum pulse. Oh, and Magneto scoops it up like it's freaking candy. No issues at all. Toesucker also has ult, decides to pop it. Let's loose. Benji super duper lit, ends up cleaning up with the shield, just barely goes out. Tanks showing up on the offense here. We might get overtime, depending on how this goes. Iron Man again going mostly uncontested, but the strange is giving him as better of time as he can. Nice, using the distraction of the Scarlet Witch to get more. Resistance still having as much time as he wants. Ultra pops down ult, only grabs one, grabs a Nukel. Resistance cleans up another to get some kills in. Widow putting absolutely everything she's got into it and takes out the Venom. Holy crap. Team Tank seem to have gotten stuck in their tracks as they're struggling to get anything off on Team DPS here. They had such good momentum to start out, but now are struggling big time as Team DPS is just simply putting up too much pressure for them to push through, as they are now back in control of this objective. This objective has been stuck here for practically the whole game. They are now in overtime. If the tanks are removed from the point, this might be it. This might be it. This might be all it takes. Lapis diving in on the point to try to stay alive, but it ends up not being enough. Doesn't even get to the healing in time, and that's going to be it. Despite the impressive independence, even without healers, the tanks take 1 loss. But it's not over for the tanks just yet. In their next fight, they have to go against the supports, and they need to clutch up because 1 more loss and they are permanently out. Let round 2 begin. And supports, I think, are most people's slotted to win heroes, right? Of course, Mantis and Adam Warlock. Oh, and immediately Spook Spines 3. Ooh, taking some damage here. They've got to remember they don't have heals. They have to play a lot smarter. They have to play for kills, not just tanking. Here comes Butter's ult, popping it down. This is going to be where it starts to get troublesome for the tanks as they have really no options. Ults are on deck and ready to go. Tanks still able to hold off the defense. Ooh, keeping people alive just barely. Thor. Jay goes down, but he does have the res. Okay, they're still holding out the point. They're trying to hold this out for as long as they possibly can. So Julian unfortunately jumps off the point. The team did not follow of staying alive. Ooh, Aya Magamoto grabs 4. Will it be enough to get the kills? Existence debating the ult. Throws it down. It looks like the team tanks might be holding. Team Tanks has done an excellent job of stalling. They're down to 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Benji coming back here with ult. He's ready to go. His ult is particularly very powerful. That's 2 ults coming down at the same time. Grabs the Mantis. Puts big damage on, but it's not quite enough. Oh no, the ult gets wasted. Mukul. Here comes Spider Time. Forcing a run back here. Jeff's ult's being popped, and it ends up being a drop here. Oh, Power Man grabbing the Thor, and they do get this next objective. They're closing on a last, but if they drop off a point, it's over. They're in overtime. Jay also has ults here. Most of the tanks do not. They're about half. They have to hold them for probably another minute if they want to get their ults up. The tanks are in such a close proximity to their spawn that they're able to just keep life on the point. Oh, flash damage down. Throttle, grabs ult. Oh, grabs 2. That could be huge. We're massively into overtime. If they drop off point for a millisecond, it does not matter. The game will end right then, right there. If they can somehow force the supports off of the point for 0.2 seconds, they can take this. They've still got space to work with too. Toe Sucker trying to put what damage he can. Drops out the ult, does not quite get it. Mukul diving in here. Damage where they can get it. Benji throwing hands with absolutely everybody. It looks like the tanks are indeed going to be able to hold this point unless Jeff is able to hold the point solo for long enough for the supports to get back. Spook's dropping down another mine here. Mukul trying to find the invisible woman. The invisible woman cannot stay invisible for long enough to keep the point up, and that is going to be it. Holy crap. What an insane final hold. Down to the absolute freaking wire. Offense is where the tanks struggled last time. No Mantis or Adam Warlock this time. Joe Julian onto point immediately. Dives back out. Xerxio finding the resurrection point. Spooks playing an interesting game here, basically forcing them to come to him. Okay, tanks doing an okay job here, pushing the supports out. They get the point even faster than what the supports were able to do. Impressive. Xerxio popping down ult himself, not really finding anything. Spooks popping down ult of his own. He's got to be careful. There's a lot of stuns on the enemy team and a lot of damage being thrown out. Getting down to single digits and staying alive. Benji finds 1, finds 2, finds 3. That is a huge wipe on the enemy team. They've got to keep this momentum up if they want to keep this payload moving. Thor in position to potentially get a bunch. Only finds the clones and nothing else, nothing more, but does force them to jump back. Lots and lots of damage. That's going to be Existence grabbing a kill. Okay. Maybe swap up which tanks they end up grabbing. So Julian throwing hands here with the backline. Oh, finds the invisible woman with no trouble. Okay, they're into overtime. They've got to make something happen here. Joe Julian does have ult. They're in grouped up position. He gets it off before they go down. Damage coming out. Grabs 1. Mukul almost close to his ult. He's very close. He grabs 1. Psyching up for a second. Ends up getting juked. They are very close to grabbing this OBJ. Very, very close. Thor ult right on top of point. Oh, it's close. Oh, it's so close. The Jeff coming down. Power Man looking to see what he can do. Throws him off the point. They're back into the defensive position. It is 0.72 meters away from being taken. Team Tank so close to taking this. So close, but no cigar. The Jeff ult absolutely clutching it there. By an unbelievably close, less than a meter margin, the tanks had lost, leaving the DPS and the support to duke it out for the top spot. Both teams had their 2 lives still in play. Let me know in the comments who you think will take this whole thing. And while you're there, subscribe. It means a lot to me. And don't forget about our cosmetic giveaway at the end of this video. Toe sucker goes down. Okay. Supports looking like they've got a good shot here. Ooh, big kill from Xerxio. Okay, ultimates are starting to come up online. Ultra has his. Double support ults coming down. Maximum pulse coming out. Oh, Ultra finds 3. Huge. They've got to swap the point here. Ultra goes ahead and swap it as well. They've got to try to capitalize on this big momentum that Ultra's been able to give them. Sparrow popping out ult. Darkchild coming down. Boots now popping out ult as well. Oh, rough spot here as that huge ult from Ultra is going nowhere, it looks like. Oh, not quite finding the combo that he's looking for. Grabs 1. Oh, ends up countering the Jeff ult. They have to stay on point, though. If they get off point for even a second, that will be game. Okay, kills are starting to happen. They've got to stay on point. They have to stay on point. Darkchild coming out. Big damage, grabs 1. Luna ult coming down. Clearing out small stuff, but it's not what he's looking for. He wants something bigger. Power Man popping out ult as well. Putting lots of damage down to the point. Torching as much as he possibly can. Spook's also going to have an ult very soon. The Town Halls are extra cheap. Oh, it's so close. The splash damage going crazy right now. Spook's not quite sticking to the targets that he's looking for here. Stalling him out as best as they can. 0.04 meters left on the zone. If any of the supports get an ult here, it's going to be game over. This is not looking good for the DPS. All of the DPS are down. It's gonna be it with 0.4 meters left on the clock. Incredibly close, but no cigar. Going for a much more poke forward defense this time around. A lot more poke than we saw last time. We'll see if that works out this time, because I don't know if this was the poke was the play last go through. Ultra dorking it just a little bit. Okay, here we go. Jeff on the right, and immediately finds the Moon Knight. Oh, and Ultra. Resistance also goes down. Toe Sucker goes down. This is not looking good for the DPSs at all. Doing no problems holding this position here. Grabbing again, another one. Support's just running through the game right now. Easily securing the victory. All right, but it's not over yet. It's not over yet. At this point, I was certain that the supports had this entire competition in the bag. Their victory was so confident against the DPS, I had absolutely no hope for them. Little did we know, the DPS players had some tricks up their sleeves. Ooh, immediately takes him down, no problem. Ooh, grabs a kill. Mr. Fantastic putting in some work here, forcing the enemy team to take a back seat. Ooh, the ult's coming down. Luna finds 1. Another one coming down. Oh my gosh. Death left, right, and center. Team support's having a really hard time handling all of this damage being thrown at them. The momentum of Team DPS right now is intense. Really unfortunate. Luna popping down the ult. Not really finding anything, but immediate follow-up. A total blowout. Both teams now had 1 loss, and DPS players were back in this competition. It all came down to this last game. Winner takes all. A match to decide the fate of all of Rivals. We were about to undeniably, and of course scientifically, decide who was the best role in this video game. I wonder if we're about to see a repeat of what we saw for the first game. Okay. Team DPS is ready to go. Winner take all. Oh, Zeteran went for it. Zeteran freaking went for it, bro. Joe Julian making an assault on the opposite side. Ooh, Mr. Trottle going down. Zeteran finding 1v1s out there. Ooh, finds Anatar without much issue. Sparrow dueling it out with the group of supports back here. Grabs Scholarly Nanobot. Okay, Team DPS holding. This is looking really close right now, chat. This is looking really close. Both teams look very confident in what they're doing right now. Distance chunking down some damage. If you can get a pick here, this is huge. Ultra does have ult. Sparrow diving into the back line. Finds the Adam Warlock. Oh, so close to finding. Grabs the... Oh, Zeteran cleans up for the last bit here. Ultra. Oh, just barely missing that kill. The Shark barely able to get away. Sparrow goes down. Spooks resetting. This is looking pretty good for the DPSs. They're doing a good job. Oh, all that damage, that splash. Okay, team support switching up the strategy a little bit. Interesting. Scholarly Nano got the ult down onto the apex of the point here. Sucker is in position to pop down the ult as well. Looks like he just grabs the Mr. Fantastic. Could be all they need. Maximum Pulse goes down, finds nothing. Anatar finished up their ult. Mr. Trottle in position, did not completely get thrown off the map. They're still alive. The Shark escapes into the back line. Existence making a run back to the point as quickly as they possibly can. Spooks barely able to hold on to the point here. Sparrow in position, going to lose the point if they are not careful. Darkchild coming out. 40 seconds left in the clock. If they can get a reset here, they only need to barely hold it for this last bit. Ults just barely ending. Existence popping down. Spooks grabbing kills. The supports are forced to reset. They have to full commit to this point now. They have to full commit to this dive. Anatar not in an excellent position here. Is soon to get picked off by the Spider-Man if he's not careful. Trying his best to stay alive. Ends up going down with just too much damage on him. Counter ults coming down. This might be all they need to get back into the point. One more sector left for them to fill out. Ultra relatively close to the ultimate. Zeteran very close to his ultimate. If he can get a proper hit here, he might be okay. Overtime is now into play. Zeteran's in position. Big grab. They have to stay on point. Oh, it's not enough. Zeteran, despite the absolute maximum effort, drops the point. DPS is reestablishing themselves. Ultra, again, with the ult ready to go, chilling. Looks like Ultra might be going for the maximum pulse. Gonna be able to get it over the top here. Oh, huge maximum pulse. 5 people with 1 maximum pulse, cleaning up the last for the hexa kill. Jarvis clipped that. Ult coming out from Toesucker from way downtown. Finding nothing, forcing the point. Maximum pulsing. Shark gets taken down with no trouble. This is a close match. Oh. Oh. Getting hit with absolutely everything. Anatar takes the L. Another set, another assault, another barrage, forcing them back into their spawn. Ults all day, every day. That reset from Ultra absolutely forcing them to completely change up their strategy. Lots of ults are being popped out here. Sparrow's in position to pop ult as well. Zeteran popping down ult, not really finding anything. The support team continues to take L after L after L as they're desperately trying to take this back. It does not matter. Okay, here we go. How will the DPS handle offense this time? Supports holding much further back this time. Splash damage ends up cleaning up 1. Sharks putting in the work. Okay. Support's doing an alright job here. DPS is struggling to get any foothold into their defensive position. Trying to grab the Loki, not finding anything. Big splash every single hit. Oh my gosh, they're so bunched up, dude. Pharaoh goes down here. Zeteran cleaning them out where he can. There's so much healing here. kills are happening. It's just slow, and is it going to be enough? Tries to get out, not quite getting what he's looking for there. Ultra laying low, looking for another maximum pulse. Will he get it? Ooh, grabs 2. Cloak able to save a good portion of them. Counter ult coming down here to try to keep everyone alive. Living Chi now on deck. Going to force a pullback anyway, though. Existence is ready to go on ult. They're trying to break up the support. The supports are doing an excellent job holding defense. Oh, ends up grabbing one just from spare damage. Okay, pressure. Will this be all they need to take this first objective? Existence still holding ult. Throttle also has ult here as well. Progress is stopped, but they still got a minute left on the clock. Putting what damage they can, forcing the supports to have to play this back game. Now forcing them onto the point, another one drops. They will get the first OBJ. Okay. The supports have to basically full stop this objective. Shark going down. This is not good. Any single loss here is massive right now. Ult's coming down here from both Godly Nanobot. Anatar also chilling on the ult as he's going down. Mr. Fantastic ult. Shark ult coming down. Not finding a whole lot. And it looks like that is going to be it. Wow. And just like that, we have our winners. DPS yet again taking the title of the most powerful and independent role in Marvel Rivals. So you want to get that chance of that hero cosmetic? Subscribe and comment the name of the song that plays at this timestamp for your chance to enter. Good luck, bless your faces, and deuces.